Okay? We have not gone in on you. You are trying to please the evil one, and it is in fact you that is going in on us. I used to promote him all the time. I used to play his videos and everything else, not for my own gain. I don't get anything from it. All right?
Well, they did when I was serving a purpose for them, basically. Do you know how it works?
So, Dead Wings, please, you tell me what purpose you have served for me and for Luke. What purpose have you served us? I ain't asked you to do anything for me. Luke ain't asked you to do anything for him. How have you served? What purpose have you served? Just like any other creator or anything that's posted on the FYP, if we see it, we like it, we react to it, right? I didn't ask you to come on dressed as CLA, and you never asked me to play the videos. I did it because I thought you was amazing and I loved what you was doing. You ain't done anything for me. You ain't done anything for Luke. You ain't serving no purpose. So I'd like to know, please. I'd like you to respond to this. Okay?
Hello, Miss Red.
Hello, Luke. Everybody's getting it today. Clout chasing liars.
Oh, it seems like it was a night and a day of come for Luke and Miss Red today.
Of course it is. It's always that way, isn't it, Luke?
I'd like to ask Dead Boring. Sorry, I forgot his name. Dead Boring. I'd like to ask him a question. He stated on his video that he served a purpose to us. But would you ask Dead Wings to respond to who messaged him and asked him to take the mick out of Mama Kaz? Would you like to respond of which FYP creator asked Dead Wings to impersonate Mama Kaz and take the piss out of her? That's all. That's the only thing I've got to ask. Who did that? Who was in each other's inbox messaging each other? I'll leave you with that one.
Okay, thank you, Luke. Thank you, darling.
Oh, they're always like that.
Yeah.
What?
The click was clicking.
I don't think I'm up to date with it then, but so when you were doing your impressions and going around the app, it was all good, but when you started
they sit there and talk about people on the app and talk about how to get people off the app and stuff like that.
No, we don't.
On this person, that person provided them to me as well.
No, that is a lie. Do we sit here and talk about people? Absolutely. So does your friend Evil Queen. So does your friend down there, Dead Wings. We're FYP hosts and we talk about everybody and anything, okay? Do we sit and plot how to take people down? No. No, that is your side of TikTok, not our side of TikTok. We don't sit and plot. And I just want to say that is another lie.
They're horrible, but then when you retaliate, you're the worstest person.
We're horrible, guys.
Exactly.
The gaslighting here is insane.
Yeah, I come off the app for months because of that.
You know how I retaliated Dead Wings?
Oh.
No, Miss Red. How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Thank you, FYP Drama. Get yourself a
I'm satisfied.
Miss Egged.
As long as she gets her eggs.
I like my ex.
Someone saying you're a chat, Miss Red giving you a platform, swivel on it and rotate them.
Is anyone...
Thank you,
because of
Lexi.
that, Corey wants to do my window.
See, Adam has reached out to me because obviously, I've spoke to Adam and things like that. Adam has actually reached out to me and said he didn't feel comfortable in this situation. Do you know what I mean? So I respect him for that because, like, Adam knows, I'm not that way inclined. So, and you know what, Dead Wings, right? Like I say, I've held back speaking about you because, you're not really, you've never really been in my radar. You know, I've got bigger fish to fry, basically. Do you know what I mean? But the nastiness that I'm seeing from you, and like I say, fair, you got your beef with Luca, I understand that, but me personally, I have never, ever, ever done anything to you. Never. Same as Sophie Bailey, I've not done anything to you, and people can see the side of TikTok that you've gone to boost your platforms. You have gone to the side of TikTok that you need to boost your platforms, like I've just said, and also to stay relevant. But people can actually see what's happening. So I don't need to say anything else. Enjoy your clout.
It's just
It was a GAY man. I'm not sure. Like, maybe that is fucking not. No one's asked about that. He was in his pajamas. He was
Thank
that
you,
scared to do it. He went to the bus stop.
And Ems, let me tell you something about you, yeah? Let me tell you, you will get your karma one day. Do you know what I mean? No, it doesn't matter how long it's going to be. You will get it one day, right? You are one of the most dangerous people that I've ever come across in my life. You are a dangerous, dangerous person. And you're so unhappy, and that's why you sit there night in, night out, doing what you do. I watched what you did last night. It's all over the FYP. You was out to cause as much trouble as you could to bump your views up, because, you know, your views were sliding a little bit. We all see what you're doing. And the way that you twisted on your moderator and used their situation in front of so many thousands of people for views, and shame on you, darling, shame on you. You will get your day, mark my words.
Made sure no one was looking. No, before that, got CCTV around the whole of fucking gap, and then tried to fucking poke the eggs, but it didn't get me window. It got the sides of it. So
at least it didn't get you window.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
It's just obvious.
Why, mate, you need to fucking up your game. And those people that you fucking employed sent money to do my property, do a bad aim of.
Dead Wings just said that it's odd behaviour, the fact that somebody was outside Ems, you know, throwing eggs. But Dead Wings, she just told you what she did to me, and you found it funny. But yeah, because someone's is outside Ems with eggs doing exactly what she did to me, it's weird behaviour. Make it make sense. Is it weird behaviour? Is it funny? Like, depends on who's doing it to who, right?
Tap the screen.
Back now. Back now, Sean.
Holy water. Holy water. We're going to get the holy water out now. Begone, demons. Begone. Demons of TikTok. Out. Out. There you go. Got rid of a few more demons. Yes, all repent. Right, guys, so we're going to move on to the next video. Like I say, I am aware of the situation and what she did to a moderator, but like I say, until, you know, said person, until that Lindsay had reached out, I didn't want to show it on here. You know, I don't want to give it any airtime. You're bossing it. If you haven't seen it, you know, it's on the FYP. And also, I just want to say, please, if anybody knows, I get her to accept my friend request. I don't want to get her on here. I don't want her in the box. I don't want to know anything. I don't want any information. I just want to send her something to, you know, she can have a day out or get the baby something. That's all I want to do. And she never has to speak to me again. All right, everybody. So if anybody knows, please reach out to her and say that Miss Red's trying to get in contact with her, because, you know, me and Luke want to send her a little bit something. And that's from you as well, guys. That's from, you know, you guys that have, you know, gifted me this morning. So thank you, everybody, for that. Thank you, guys. Right, moving on, everybody. Team Limbs. Oh, hello. Is this you? Have you accepted? Hello, darling. So, obviously, I am aware. Just let me turn my light on. I am aware of the whole situation. And, like, for me, until I heard from you, I didn't want to play the video because it doesn't sit right with me. I wanted to speak to you and things like that. I hope you're okay. And I'll inbox you my number. And if you want to, we'll have a conversation. And we're sending you all our love. And you're an amazing mum. All right, and never let anybody tell you any different. You're an amazing mum, and we want to send you some to, you know, I know it's not going to make things better, but, you know, you can have a lovely day out or, you know, get the baby a present. So me and Luke are going to send you £50 each if you're willing to accept and, you know, buy something lovely or go for a meal or something like that. Do you know what I mean, darling? So I'll send you a message after, all right? But we are sending our love to you. You didn't deserve that last night. And neither did your family. But we're here to support you and show you love. Right, everybody. So, yeah, all the love, guys, all the love. There's just no need for the nastiness. That was just pure evil. And I'm not saying it because it's Ems and I don't like Ems. If it happened to anybody... You know, do you know what? That broke my heart when I listened to that this morning. Could hear the devastation in your voice. Could hear it. And I hope you're okay. Right, so moving on, we're going to go into Delusive Angie and Canadian Angie's beef. You know, I love a bit of beef around these ways. So now it seems that Delusive Angie and Canadian Angie are at loggerheads. Yeah, keep on showing her all the love, guys. Show her all the love, all the hearts, everything. And Canadian Angie and Delusive Angie were thick as thieves at one point, weren't they? So, like, I'm just, like, catching up to all of this. Do you know what I mean? But nevertheless, I'm here for the drama. Because it hasn't got too nasty yet, right? Thank you, everybody, for the love.
This, but I will be reporting that person. I don't care what.
Sorry, Anne, I can't. I'll be reporting you, yeah?
I don't care what country someone is in. I'm going to report you.
See you, yeah.
Right? Now,
thank you,
I'm going
Lily.
to explain
you,
once and once only. So if we can get a screen recorder to screen record it, so I won't have to post a video.
No, they'll be friends by tomorrow.
And I'm not going to keep going over this. Only Tony Official, yeah, actually cleared.
So somebody said to me, what's funny? Okay, thank you, Shannon, darling, for the popcorn, and thank you, Scotty. Get pinned if you want to pinned, right? What it is with Angie, right? You know me and Angie's had our beef, oh my God, and there's probably going to be more beef to continue, yeah? But it's just, I just find it funny, the way she's like, see you, yeah. I'm going to the police about you. I am never showing you on my platform again, yeah. She's just, even though she doesn't mean to be, she just cracks me up with these reactions. We know she's a menace, right? But she's just unintentionally funny with it. I know what I'm trying to say. Even when me and her were beefing and she'd do it to me, my friends will tell you, I used to cry laughing. Like, it didn't affect me in any way. It used to make me laugh hard.
All up. Now, if some people are D-U-M-B,
Thank you, girl. Thank you, Adam.
It's ridiculous, these bloody, this AI. But if people are D-U-M-B, and they can't see me saying I'm in PLM because I've been threatened, when you've got a man saying so dumb people, you've got a man actually saying, I will pretty much forgive you, I'll pretty much not forgive you, I'll pretty much let you off and not troll you anymore. I'll pretty much, you know, this is what I want you to do.
Okay, I love you. Bye, darling.
Exactly what you were saying. But if you're going to run and try and insinuate I'm a pedlo, I'm reporting you to the police.
Do you know what it is? It's the way she's so calm. Hello, Top Willie. It's the way she's so calm and she puts on, yeah. Thank you, Carrie. it means she means business. When she's ranting and raving and everything, it's just that calmness and the seriousness and the yeah.
I don't care what country you are in. I am reporting that first thing in the morning. And the police can deal with you in that country.
Thank you, Lauren.
Okay?
Oh, thank you,
And I
darling.
don't care. Because that is something I would do. I might be a bit anxious about the police over here. That's the UK. Over there, I'm going to make sure they deal with you.
Thank you for your
Okay?
support.
Because you're on TikTok in Britain. Yeah? You're using social media, sorry, in that country. Sorry,
Thank you, Al.
you're using social media over there.
Thank you, Sammy.
I'm sick. I'm sick. So,
Thank you,
I'm going to
Adam.
say this once and once only.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat myself over this, right? Billy, can we just record this? Because I don't have to post the video out. Can we just record it?
She always says, right, she says, I'm going to say this one time, yeah? But give it an hour later, she'll have another rant. She'll be going on this rant about Canadian Angie till the makeup. Do you know what I mean? I'm never gonna say this on my platform again, yeah? Because I'm not giving you the clout. An hour later, another rant.
Right? Billy is PLM. Lottie is PLM. Do you understand? I could hardly use Discord, let alone being a big server. Now, people know, yeah, because I've always had that BIMBO, you know, the old BAG in that country, yeah? Obviously wasn't around.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. They trolled me. Do you understand? Because this is the last time I'm going to be talking to this old BAG.
She'll speak
Yeah,
about it
Dottie
again.
was
Thank
in
you,
PLM,
Top William Shannon.
And so was Billy. Facts. Yeah? Why do you think people don't associate with them?
Yeah.
But you go and still stand by the Pineapple Woman. You old BAG. I have to spell all this out.
Troll, yeah.
Guys, record
you,
it
guys.
because I'm not going to repeat myself. They trolled me, right? I've been on here 5 years. Everybody saw it. I have a big community. because
And you got
people
mixed
saw
up with Dottie and
what
Lottie.
happened. Do you understand? I had the police at my house, the ambulance at my house, 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. It got to a point where I had to phone the police and tell them, can you call me before you come out? 'Cause my
That
mother
was a
said-
terrible time
they
for us, to be
said,
fair. Thank you,
I cannot
Shannon
cancel
Denny.
the calls
Thank you.
because in case, what if it is an emergency? I couldn't cancel them. I was being threatened. I had to get a hotel. Yeah? This is what happened. Everyone saw what happened. So he came on my live and said, oh, I offer
I
you
thought this was
pardon,
about
whatever that
Canadian
means,
Angie.
meaning
I've got the wrong
I
video.
will stop doing what I'm doing to you if you say you're in this, if you join the server.
Thank you, Claire. Popular
Obviously,
number
I'm
3.
not gonna
Thank you,
do
everyone.
that. So I lied and said, I'm already in the server.
She wasn't in the
He goes,
server.
what's your name? Obviously not in the server, so I'm not going to give him my name.
Thank you, Shal.
I said, I'm under a fake account.
She did, honestly,
Yeah.
guys.
To them. to stop
I was watching Angie at this time, right? And I know, like, when me and Angie have our little falls out, and I go back and say, yeah, you was in pitch. She wasn't. She really wasn't. And I'll stand with her on that. Oh, is she in the box? Oh, she's in the box. Hello, Ginger Bennis.
Hiya. Yeah, so basically what's happened is I've gone live and I said I'm going to be blacking out Canadian Angie, right? I don't want to be talking on it, and I hadn't spoken on it, but
Angie, sorry, darling. How come you and Canadian Angie's fell out? What happened?
because every time she changes like the weather, you know, she does the FYP and she'll sit there and she about that video she said it was an act, I did it for money, you know what EQ put out. You know, I wasn't affected by it. I got to number 1. You know, it was just all the time, you know, me having to, you know, jump into a box and explain myself. And now last night she's running with, I'm in this PLM server because of a video I put out there. And you know why I put that video out? Because I was being threatened by PLM. So I made out that I was in the server because that's the only way for them to stop trolling me. Everyone knows that. But she was running with this information just like she was running with the Smiles shit when she watched a video of what's his name, Billy, this exposure, you know, and it wasn't an exposure misread, you know, it was Smiles making comments and, you know, and them saying, running with it, you know, that could have been a fake account. And all of a sudden it's like, there you go, Smiles was also PLM because there was a comment saying she was PLM, you know, that kind of thing. And she runs with no evidence. And, you know, people need to remember this is a woman that stood by EQ for years. You know, when EQ was, you know, mocking disability, talking on children. And because she's fallen out with EQ, she's now, you know, gone against EQ. Now, with that video that EQ put out about me, 100% Canadian Angie would be standing behind EQ if they were still friends. She also posted a video to say that she stands by Pineapple. This is the people that support Canadian Angie, and they support Pineapple, they support EQ. Oh, they must do. Now, that's how it's all started. Right now, the reason I went live late last night, is because she's, you know, constantly every single FYP it's Angie or Corey. You know, she's desperate for a platform. It's embarrassing. You know, how dare she sit there saying I'm in a PLM server when she stood by EQ with everything EQ has said, when she stands by Pineapple. You know what? And sitting there talking on Smiles. What about who she supports? I don't want to speak on this woman, and I'm not going to speak on her again. But the fact that she said I'm on PLM server, I felt I had to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I've never been in PLM server.
No, you haven't. And I know, like me and you've had our arguments, and like to wind you up, I'll say that you have. But from what I know, you know, there's no.
You know, the hypocrisy on here, Miss Red. You know, because everyone was going in on Canadian Angie saying she's a catfish, and I supported her, and I said no, this is wrong to be going in on her looks. Okay, I mean, this is a woman that there's a big red flag right there. She used her daughter's picture for years, and nobody knew. You know, that's a red flag. She's deceitful. You know, let's not forget that. And then you got the same people now supporting her after saying, oh my God, she's a catfish and she supports EQ and she stands by Pineapple. And now these people are supporting her just because she has a dislike for me. You know, where are your morals? Your morals have gone out that window. You know, because, you know, with everything she supports, she stands by Pineapple. Everyone was going in on Pineapple, calling her a thief. And she stands by that. So your morals have gone out the window for anyone that stands by Canadian Angie.
Right, okay.
So, for me.
Okay, so obviously, Angie, so I will just say, right, if you make FYP, people are going to speak about it. So the Canadian Angie one, right, she obviously plays FYP clips like we do, and you are the FYP.
But it's just her opinions, like on Smiles. How could she talk on Smiles? I mean, the thing is, I can understand why people dislike her, because she runs with no evidence. She sat there because of a video and turned around and said, I'm part of this PLM group, and then said, yes, Pedlo's Lives Matter, or something she said. You know, it's just a false accusation. If that was a guy that she was saying that, I understand why she is so disliked. And I don't want to be talking about her after this conversation here, because it just gives this woman content. Now, we're in the UK. Why the hell are we talking about Canadian Angie? She's not even in this country. She's in Canada. Do you know what I mean? And I've said to my people, I'm not talking on her anymore, but I had to, respond to that false accusation. I mean, honestly, Miss Red, why are we talking about someone that doesn't even live here? You know, I don't want to talk on someone from Canada. Let's go and start talking about other people that live in Canada and America. You know, and that's why I'm not talking on this woman again. And remember, Miss Red, that she also supported EQ when EQ said about your grandbabies. This is what Canadian Angie supported for years.
Do you think there's a chance? Do you think there's a chance? I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the fact, you know, that we should be talking on Canada because she's from, you know, another part of the world. But Ange, do you really think that after today, because you said you're not speaking on it, do you really think you're not going to speak about Canadian Angie again?
I hadn't. I just had to, respond to that because I don't want people running with, that I'm in this PLM server. She's a dangerous woman, and I think she needs to get off off the British side of TikTok and stay in Canada.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I'm going to report it every single day that she's live. so as many people. She can stay over that side. Why is she in the over here? Is it because Canada don't claim her?
Maybe laugh. Yeah. So and the Smile situation. Obviously, I've seen the whole Smile situation, and I'll be honest with you. Am I a fan of Smiles? Absolutely not. I've got my reasons, but I wouldn't talk about it. Let me tell you why. Because she's not really a main character, is she? And like for us, I think that we should like keep our platforms to creators that are everybody knows. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, so I just think people like Smile.
I just feel the the hypocrisy of the people that watch her, that said all about EQ, that they can't stand EQ of because of what she said about children and everything else, and mocking this and mocking that. She supported her for years. People's morals have gone out the window just because they have a dislike for me. Okay, you may think I'm a hypocrite. You may think a lot about me, but however, this woman. Has supported EQ for years. She sat there, head behind her daughter's profile. She sits there supporting Pineapple, where everybody has said it's disgusting what Pineapple has done. But she supports her. She posted a video saying, reposted a video saying, I stand with Pineapple. So all I'm saying is people may have a dislike for me. Fair enough. You might think I'm a hypocrite. Fair enough. But why on earth would people be standing by a woman that stands by these women, these people? And then for this Canadian Angie to have an opinion on everybody else when she sat there hiding behind her daughter's photo, supporting the worst on the app. She has no right to call out Smiles when with who she stands with. Now, I understand if people want to call out Smiles or want to call out me, absolutely. But, let's call out her and who she supports. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You can have a dislike for me. Fine. You can call me a hypocrite. Fine. But these people are supporting someone and they've all gone in on Pineapple. They've all gone in on EQ, and now they're supporting the woman that supports them.
Okay. All right, Angie. Well, thank you for joining. And
I'll just say one more thing. People say they're affected and triggered and everything else. Bullshit. You're supporting the woman that supports these people. Bullshit. You're affected about Pineapple. Bullshit. You're affected about EQ. Bullshit. You have a dislike for me. Your morals go out the window.
I mean, to be fair, that Canadian Angie really doesn't affect me, but the other name that you mentioned does. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm not going to be talking about Canadian Angie after this. It's just because I get messages, I get screen recordings. And I just ask people, stop sending them, because why am I doing an FYP on someone that doesn't even live in this country? She doesn't know about our politics, our law. She doesn't know anything about that. She runs with zero evidence. She never wants receipts. She ran with the Smiles thingy bob saying that she's a wrong'un. Where's the evidence? Where's the receipts? What, a couple of messages, comments on a live? That's not evidence. She is a dangerous woman, and I can understand why so many people hate her. Because she just, throws out false accusations constantly.
Right. Okay, Angie.
Got an old bag, and that's another thing I want to say. Old bag, get out of Britain and stay in Canada.
So you don't think that you and her are ever going to be friends again?
Never. She said too much. When she went on about that video and that I cashed out on my abortions, now just because I wasn't as affected as yourself or somebody else, right, over that video does not mean I thought that video was okay. Just because I wasn't dwelling on that video what EQ put out, don't mean I wasn't affected by it. I just didn't want to talk on it. I could have come on here crying and really milked it. I never did any of that. And she sat there saying I cashed out on my abortions. I will never speak to that woman again. I think she's vile, and it says it all really who she supported, EQ, for many years. EQ spoke the worst on children. And what was Canadian Angie doing? Supporting her. Everyone was going crazy about it. Why are you supporting what EQ said? She always had an excuse and a reason why, she supported her.
Okay, Angie.
Another thing, can I just say they are, sorry, Miss Ed, they are friends. EQ and Canadian Angie never fell out. EQ, I did a battle with Corey. She was sticking up for Canadian Angie. She said they're still friends. And I believe Canadian Angie is Alice. Think about it. As soon as CA stopped gifting EQ, who came along? Alice.
Oh, so you think CA is Alice?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. I mean, where was Alice when Canadian Angie was gifting EQ? Where was Alice? Alice seemed to just pop out of nowhere as soon as CA fell out of EQ. All of a sudden, there was Alice.
Oh, okay, that's right. But why would CA secretly be gifting EQ and be digging around online?
They fell out. I don't believe they fell out. I think they were always friends. It's just one big game to them, isn't it? One huge game. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, where did Alice come from?
I don't know. I don't think.
Think about it. CA stopped gifting EQ, and all of a sudden, Alice came along.
So, do you know this woman that is meant to have robbed from a business, and they're meant? You don't think that woman's Alice?
I don't think that's Alice. I think Alice is CA.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. It just, when you really think about it, yeah.
Okay. All right, Angie. Well, I'm sure we'll find out. Right. So, okay. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, who's on what? Oh. Okay, so we've got
one second, I'll leave.
We've got Billy in the box. Right, 1 minute. Oh shit, what happened? Hello, Billy.
Hello, Pat. Just in quick reply to Angie there. I don't think Angie can be calling absolute anyone when Angie is number one on this app for not bringing any proof or any fact and running away with her own narrative. I have never heard a woman talk so much crap in 24 hours. The woman constantly allows, sits and abides by scammers and God knows what. She's stuck by Pineapple for over a year. Proof, fact and evidence presented right in front of her to the point it was undeniable, and this woman still sat by it. So why anyone would even listen or take an ounce of delusive Angie's bullshit is absolutely beyond me. And there's only one liar around these ways, and that's you. So you can call us what you want. You can brand us what you want. It don't bother me. It don't affect me. As far as I'm concerned, you're an absolute tool.
Right, we've got Angie in the box, Billy.
Right, so Billy said she's got all these thousands of videos on Smiles. I've not seen one video
I didn't say on Smiles.
Please. I haven't seen one video.
You didn't say on Smiles. Yet again, you're lying. No, you can tell me. No, when you tell the truth, you can finish.
You are PLM.
When you tell the truth, you can finish. Angie, you admitted to being in PLM. I've got the video.
No, shut up. You
admitted it to Aki. You was like, oh yes, I've got an account.
I can't speak with this man. Come on, you are an absolute. You're vile.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're vile. I hope honestly someone does an exposure on you and make you cross for all the things that you've said and done, mocking Rickster's brother. Let's not forget.
Do you think I'm listening to you?
He mocks, right? This guy mocked Rickster's brother.
Yes.
Now,
So did you, and I've got the video for that. I've got the video of you playing Knocking on Heaven's Door to his brother. So you can't talk on that either.
Stop it.
You can't talk on that either.
How can I talk?
You did it as well. You did it as well, and I've got the video. I've got the video
you are the
of what
most
you've done
vile
against
human being on this
Rickster's brother.
earth.
So don't lie.
You are the most vile
The
human being on
hypocrisy
this earth.
coming out of your
Did you not
trap,
tell me to go and get an
you
ROPE once,
alcoholic.
Billy? Billy, did you not
You're
tell me to go and
dumped
get
up
an
out. Get
ROPE?
yourself to rehab, you scruff.
Did you not say that?
Get to rehab.
Did you not say for me to get an ROPE?
Yeah, I've said many things to you, and I'll say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
I'll say it again, just like you do. Because you can say what you want. Listen, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Just remember that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and that's what you don't like. I won't bow down to you because you're a scruffy old bedroom slug.
Yes, you did.
You're
Did you
a
not?
bedroom slug.
You didn't. Did you not, Billy?
What?
Did you not sit there dancing and playing all the different songs? When,
Did you not sit there on that same night and sit there with Corey playing Knocking on Heaven's Door?
Guess what? No, shut
yes,
up.
you did.
You know
Yes, you did.
That song.
I've got it.
Shut
I've
up.
got it on video.
Can I just say something? Can you kick him? Can I just say this?
Guys, let's.
Can
Go on.
Can I just say, when I played Knocking on Heaven's Door, see how he twists it, and that's how I know that Smiles is telling the truth and that you're a liar, Billy. Because when I played that song, I didn't play it out to be. I was saying because he knocks on people's doors, right? And Billy knows that, and so does Corey, and so does Rickster. Because I spoke to Rickster, I said, "Listen, Rickster, I'm really sorry for playing that song. I meant as in you knocking on EQ's door and Corey." And that he said, no, right, fair enough. Okay, so you see how he just twisted that. You're a liar. This guy isn't
thought you and Billy were friends.
No, because I don't stand with him in regards to the Smiles, because not one video, he's not shown any videos of it coming out of Smiles' mouth, right, as to what he's saying she has done. It was all like messages and comments, and I believe they're all fake. Yeah, he told me to go and get an ROPE. He said he's going to send me the instructions on how to do it. He mocked Rickster's brother. He is part of PLM. This is a vile, vile, vile man. And let's not forget, someone actually unalived themselves, right? That Billy was bullying, number one. And number two, apparently, this is hearsay. This is what, I'm not going to say who told me, that he's been done for stalking and harassing a woman.
Right, okay. All right, thank you, Angie, for joining the box.
Isn't that right, Billy? Isn't that right?
Angie,
someone unalives themselves as bullying that person.
Thank you. Oh, guys, I just need to get some more holy water. We'll have no demons. No demons. Right, guys, so I didn't kick Billy from the box. I did not kick Billy from the box at all. I didn't touch anything. Guys, I didn't. Stop coming at me, please. Thank you very much.
So, just what Angie said there.
Did I kick you from the box?
I don't think it was you. I think it was a mod.
Thank you.
But just in regards to what Angie said there.
Right. Okay, so what happened then? Guys, what happened? Don't remove anybody from the box, please, because it's not fair. People need, if someone's been spoke about, they have the right to go back. I don't know if Billy got a ban or anything, but I didn't touch the screen.
I'm absolutely shocked you're letting that piece of shit in your box to say anything. I'm fucking shocked in your
Luke,
I really am. I am fucking shocked.
Luke, you could have WhatsApped me that. Luke, you could have WhatsApped me that, darling. At the end of the day, if I'm showing a video, Luke, and Billy spoke about in the video, I've played the wrong video. I thought it was a Canadian Angie one. I have to give people the chance to respond. Do you know what I mean? Because then I'm looking biased. Right, so moving on, guys. We'll move on from that situation. I played the wrong video. All right, guys. I thought it was a Canadian Angie video. I thought it was them pair going at each other. All right, guys. But if Billy spoke about in a video, right, whether I like Billy or not, I have to give people the chance to speak. All right? So we're moving on from that situation, guys. Okay, we're going to move on. But Luke, you could have WhatsApped me that. Right, guys, moving on from that situation, okay? No, because I don't want, I want it over with now, guys, okay? We'll move on to the next video. Actually, 1 minute, guys, I'll be back.